What's up, family? It's Patrice. Just wanted to touch base with you since, don't mind me, I know I look a little rough, but I'm cool with that. Uh, since I've been out the hospital, and I kind of wanted to share my experience, if that's okay. Um, I did say don't mind me if I look a little rough, because that's what it is. Um, on the 23rd of August, I woke up not feeling well as usual, or as had been happening for the last week or whatever, and I got up and was like, okay, Jay, this morning, I'm gonna do this breathing treatment, and if that's not working, it can't be my asthma. So I gave myself a breathing treatment and doing my breathing. Right when I finished my breathing treatment, I got a call from Homer. Homer's like, what you doing? You all right? I was like, yeah, I'm just finishing my breathing treatment. He's like, all right, take care of yourself. I was like, no, wait, what you want? What you want? He was like, hey, I got these tickets to see Michelle Obama, but take care of yourself. Bye. I was like, whoa. He said, bye. So I got and I was like, man, trying to catch my breath and whatever. Jay, Homer just called, etc., etc. Explain to him what happened. And I got no comfort from the breathing treatment. And was like, okay, I'm going to take you to the studios. I'm going to run over to ER because it's got to be some type of ulcer, some naggle, whatever. It's a pain, like right dead center my chest, but just below that. Like, and I couldn't explain. Like, I felt full. I felt like it was hurting. And when I took a deep breath, can we say pain? Yeah. I've been taking Advil and anything I could think of because a couple of days prior I had this fever that just came out of nowhere. And I mean, it's just a really crazy day. Anyway, crazy week, I'm sorry. So I get to the go drop Jay off, and we realize that there is no show today, and they are all going to see Michelle Obama. So Jay insisted to come to the hospital with me. Got to St. Joe's ER. The lady was like, you're having trouble breathing. I could see it. I'm like, yeah. She was like, okay, we can give you breathing treatment. I was like, just had one. She said, we got to give you another one, procedure, whatever. Cool. So they get me in the back, doing the breathing treatment. It's not working. And they was like, hey, let us take you over to x-ray real quick and, see what's going on. Cool, no problem. Do the x-ray. We chilling because that's what you do in an ER when you waiting on test results or whatever. And I text my mom, text my brother now, waiting on some tests and get back to you. And then the guy comes in, the doctor, in a little white coat, look kind of like Michael J. Fox. It's funny to me anyway. And how you prop your little leg up on the chair and put your arm on the chair and you lean over and he's like, Miss Walker. Yes, sir. Well, kind of got a little bit of situation. Like, situation? Okay. Yeah, there's a blood clot in your lung. And, we're going to get you checked in. I was like, whoa, back up. I was like, oh, well, ma'am, I said, I'm not arguing about staying. I just, he said, yeah, this situation like this are life-threatening, et cetera, et cetera. People always try to not, do what's necessary, and I'm just telling you, it's not nothing to play with. I said, do I look like I'm trying to go anywhere? I just want to know what happened. Like, how the hell I get a blood clot in my lung? Well, I'm about to ask you that. And he come in with this long list of questions. And have you ever, do you this? Are you taking? No. Don't know where this is coming from. Cool. So they checked me in the hospital about 2:30 in the afternoon on a Thursday. I thought I was going in to get some type of gastric treatment because I thought it was just gas or some type of stomach ulcer or something. They give you this little GI shake, and if you have an ulcer and it make you feel better immediately. Yeah, that probably wasn't the case. So, mind you, I haven't been in the hospital, like checked in, since I had my tonsils taken out Like, I done had 2 outpatient surgeries and everything, and no in the hospital. So they checked me in the room. I'm sitting there and I'm tripping because I'm in the hospital. Just like I came because I wasn't feeling good and I'm tripping. It's cool though. Jay, like, wow, with all the other stuff that we got going on in life, now I'm in the hospital. So, anywho, so they treated me for this blood clot, and it's fine or whatever. And then I keep having these sweat breakouts, like these random fevers, and not big fevers, like 100, 100.7, 101, no big deal, whatever. And one night, it was Saturday night, I just kept getting up. It was this big ball of sweat, and I'm like, Ma, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Mind you, I said, Ma, I don't feel good because earlier in the day, Jay caught a cold, and he wasn't feeling good. And I was like, yeah. So Jay recognized that he had a cold, and I was like, bro, you should get some rest. Go home. And he's like, oh, I'm going to come back. I'm like, no, don't come tonight. Just come in the morning. And he didn't stay, and Mom did. So, or something like that. Anyway, I know my mother was there that night. Jay had a cold and he couldn't be there. So, sitting there, and a lady says to me in the middle of the night, the nurse comes in, she says, you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not feeling well. They checked my vitals, and my temperature was 103 something. Like 103, where they do that at, And what's wrong? Why is my temperature 103? And then my temperature is 103. My blood pressure was low as hell. My heart rate was low as hell. And we was all a little bit concerned. And so they gave me they were going to rush me down to x-ray, check out this, check that out. And they gave me Tylenol to try to break my fever. That didn't go so well. Next morning, they waited and waited and waited, and then they sent me down again for another VQ scan, which is a substitute for a CAT scan or CT scan because I'm allergic to iodine. I know I'm allergic to everything, whatever. And they took the scan, sent me back up, took a chest x-ray, sent me back upstairs. Now I'm just waiting with a fever, nausea. I felt kind of like I had a flu. I don't know what the problem is. Clearly, I have pneumonia. So now I got a blood clot and pneumonia. And unfortunately, the complications of the blood clot were they didn't know if the infection that was there in the lung was causing my lung to bleed, if I developed some type of infection in my lung, if there was just excess fluid. Nobody knew anything. And when I say they did the blood work, they started blood work immediately. I got all this excess blood work. Now they taking cultures of my blood to look for whatever. And so now the blood thinners is taking me this and Tylenol, and they keep giving me this one shot, this Levinox, whatever, and they were sticking me in my stomach. You ever been stuck with a needle in your stomach? If you are diabetic, I'm sorry. It's no fun at all. And then it's just so much, man. So now I'm fighting this fever. I got this blood clot. I can't take deep breaths. I don't know what's going on or whatever. And then they tell me you have some type of bacteria in your blood. So I have to add an antibiotic yeah, to this regimen of medicine that I'm taking. And I mean, so people get blood clots all the time. You know, it's not a big deal. People get pneumonia all the time. But an asthmatic with a blood clot and pneumonia in her lung was it's a little bit of a situation. They were having trouble controlling my fever, having trouble getting me to eat. I lost my appetite. I lost like my taste bud had this like I don't know this film in my mouth. Anyway. It's hard to sleep at night. It was hard to breathe. Hard to stay focused. It's hard to stay positive. You know, you just keep thinking, you know, what's going on? You don't really know. That's cool, I guess, to some extent, but, you know, talk about a sister praying. Night. Morning. All throughout the day. Just constantly, like, having this conversation. Like, if you wanted to talk to me, you know, you could have just, I guess you did. You talked to me. As simple as it seems. I mean, I know people go through stuff every day. You know, people have their own ups and downs and all that stuff, whatever. And I think about it, you know, and I thought about all the people I could have called and all the noise I could have made, and you know, made my little subtle comments on Facebook. I did, without telling too much. But if you asked, I told you. If you didn't, I didn't say nothing. Not all of this to say, I guess, you know, you think about all the different people, you know, who need you that you can't be there for. And you think about all the things that you need and nobody's ever there for. And you think about every day, you know, the different dissension and people, the arguments, the fighting, the everything but love, I guess and you wonder, like, for real, is this why we here? Is this what we doing? I still got a migraine. And for the next 6 months, I take these blood thinners. And I'm not happy about that. And I'm saying that because everybody that knows me knows I'm very clumsy. And if I cut myself, scratch myself, whatever, and if I fall and hurt myself and cause some type of bruising or whatever, I'm at risk for all type of stuff now, and I'm really clumsy. I don't know. Like, silly enough, like I was scratching this bump here on my chin. It was like, yeah, you know, having a conversation like it was nothing, and yeah, popping and pulling and whatever. And next thing I know, I pulled the head out. I was good. I got a chin full of blood. I'm like, dude, I probably can't do that. I mean, I know I don't spend a whole lot of time in church. But if anybody knows me, I got a pretty good relationship with God. We talk often anyway. You know, I try not to be the most terrible person, you know. I believe in integrity and karma and, you know, just treating people well because I like to be treated well. But when I say It could have been me. I mean that. Like, I spent a week fighting for my life. That's crazy because I didn't even realize that that's what it was. I spent a week trying to get my breath back. And I spend every day worried about, oh, I'm going to try to sing this song. Oh, I'm going to try to. It got pretty bad, but so here's the thing. I believe that my God has something else in store. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be here. I don't know. I look rough. I don't care. I really don't care about that. I can't even say that then I was in the moment. I was scared or anything. I just wanted to be able to take a deep breath and have it not hurt. And I wanted them to not come in the room and tell me something else was wrong with me. Anything. Don't say nothing else. Nothing but you're getting better. And now I'm on 2 antibiotics. A blood thinner. At least for the next 6 months. If I don't do this right, it's going to be for the rest of my life. Why am I sharing this? Because I feel like that's one time during this whole ordeal, I was just laying there, and all I kept hearing is over and over and over again. Great is your mercy for me. Your loving kindness for me. Your tender mercies I see day by day. Forever faithful to me. Always providing for me. Great is your mercies toward me. Great is your grace. Over and over again. And I took that as a reminder. That he showed me mercy. And that he's always taking care of me. And that in spite of all of my ungratefulness, he showed me grace. He who, for real, My God. It could be any moment, any second, any day, any time. But I'm still here. That's crazy. Like to be able to say that, to be able to have to say that, because I almost wasn't. Like, but I'm still here. Not because the doctors did what they're supposed to do. Not because I was lucky. Because God is merciful. And I'm thankful. And I'm thankful. Think about it. All the people you know. And all the things that you've ever been through. All the decisions you make. It's all with purpose. I can't say that I figured out what my purpose is. But I know mercy. And I know grace. And I know I'm not the person I was last week. I don't even feel the same. I can't even get my mind to process the same stuff. And when I do like this, it means something totally different than it meant last week. And it feels good. Really good.